Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think I have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
We won't stop. We will not stop.
Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright. It's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart. Doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See
I
this?
know.
How you cannot go
Baby,
here?
baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, come on in. You guys, I know I'm running a little late. I've been sick, but it's all good. I've been trying to rest as much as I can. Come on in. Let me see who's all in the building. Zena's in the building. Tina Powers is in here. Nancy LaRose. Woke the God. How you doing, Woke the God? Tina Powers, how you doing? Nancy, how you doing? Zena, how you doing? She came in here. She said popcorn. I was like, whatever. You good, girl. I know what you're doing. But that's how you supposed to do it. Hey, Tammy Smith is back. What's going on, Tammy? How you doing? Nice to see you in the building. Yeah, I have been very, very sick, and my stomach sometimes is like anything I eat. I haven't even ate. Well, I think I did eat earlier today, but it's just too much. It's just too much. So, just keep me in spirit, you guys. So I've been trying to sleep it off, but they got me working so much. So tonight I go out west and be with my little son there, my little Caucasian son. But I'm gonna go spend the night with him, and then I've got to work Saturday and Sunday, and then I'm off. So anyway, you guys, I want this to be an open topic. She said, I haven't heard from you. Yeah, like I did drink some tea and put a little lemon and honey in it, and I felt better. And then 4 o'clock in the morning while I'm at work, I'm sicker than a dog, and so I kind of know what it is, you guys. I know what it is, but it's just I just gonna have to take better care of myself. So yeah, Adam Montgomery went to court yesterday, and he got 48 years. She said, I think. Yeah, I want to talk about all the court cases that's going on instead of just going on one, because I was in the courtroom today. You remember Zion? You remember Zion came up missing, that 17-year-old girl, and I was in that courtroom today watching that. It's actually still going right now. There's so many court cases that we had looked at these cases and wondered what happened, how did it happen. And I don't know if you guys remember Zion. And then they looked for her, and then they arrested the cousin of the mom's ex-husband, the cousin. And this girl, and I didn't know that this girl was she was a little bit out of hand when she turned 16, 17, 14. She done ran away a couple of times. I did not know that. And that's why they don't look for our kids, because the kids ran away. And the mother was on the stand today. And hey Lisa Calhoun, how you doing? I see you in the building. The reason why I believe that they did not look for her, because we was wondering why there was not so much any effort looking for this little girl. Well, not say little, because she was 16. She was a teen. She was a mid-teen, 16, 17 years old, is because she had ran away a couple of times. And I did not know that. And the reason why the first time she ran away, the girl got a tattoo at the age of 16, and the mama was like, hey, I did not consent for you to get no tattoo. The mother was frustrated about it. She was furious. I guess this girl just did what she wanted to do. And so she got so mad at her mom, she ran away. She went to a friend's house, and so the mom knew where she was at, and they still conversated. But the mom was frustrated with her, trying to keep her on track. And this is what I got out of the whole testimony. I only listened to it for a little bit. Like I said, I've been trying to take things in and out, messing up, not trying to mess up. So I'm not really trying to do a lot of work. But, I'm scheduled to work, so I got to work when I work. And, I had a fall last night. That's something else. But anyway, I took care of it. Nobody got hurt. It's just sometimes you can have some crappy staff, and they're just not really helping you. And it's all just you. And regardless, and then you're kind of, they're distracting you from what you normally do, because they want to be lazy. So they want you to be lazy. And somehow when I was taking care of one resident, they were just being lazy, and that's what happens. So anyway, yeah, it's a lot of paperwork, and I wrote it all up and everything. But I'm going to talk to a couple of you later about that, because it's more to it than just that. Sometimes people just try to set you up to see if you're going to do the right thing, or so they can go and tell and have some money. Just remember, you guys, just always do the right thing. Don't ever think that you're friends with somebody that you're not going to do the right thing. Do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and do it. But anyway, I wanted to express on the Zion case. Is any of you guys watching that court case? Because it just started today. The mother said she ran away because she got a tattoo. They continued to talk and conversate. She came home. She was gone for about maybe a month and a half. She came home, and within a week, she got mad again and left again. And she got mad because she wanted to smoke weed in the house, weed or whatever, and the mom was against that. And the girl is like, oh, well, if you won't let me do it, somebody else will. Everybody say that. And I know that's a cliche saying. It's just like if you're in a relationship and, this person won't buy you a car. This person won't give you love. This person won't kiss you. They won't hold your hand. They won't open up the door. They won't help pay the bills. They won't give you your desires or whatever. Or, you can't smoke, or you can't drink, or you can't party, or, you gotta cook, or you can't cook, or whatever is going on. People always say, hey, Monique, how you doing? Hey, Soldier Girl, I see you in the building. They always say, well, whatever you won't do, somebody else will. That door swings both ways. Let them know that door swings both ways. Get the heck out of here. I don't want that in my life. You know what I'm saying? And you've got to let it be known. Put your foot down. People don't think that you're assertive. You ain't got to be assertive. Just be yourself and just say, well, you know what? If I don't want to cook, I'm not going to cook. You that's who I am. Don't try to change and be something that you ain't. Or let somebody, oh, I love them so much. In order, because I love them. And if you have kids, you do have to, kind of be a little bit lenient and understanding and all that other stuff. But is it sometimes worth it to be lenient? Because what the mother of this mother, and I'm not jumping down on this mom. She's beautiful. She, you want to make the right decisions. I believe she thinks she made the right decision. She was trying to keep her daughter close to her and everything. So she let the girl go out and smoke. Zion, I think her last name was Foster. Only thing you have to do is Google Zion. I think her last name was Foster. Zion Foster. That's her last name, Foster. Zion Foster, Foster. And so she had a cousin named Galen. So anyway, this mother, she allowed the girl to go out and smoke with her friends. Knew she was going to go out and smoke with her friends and family and everything. And so this cousin, her favorite cousin, Jalen, came and picked her up. He was a little bit older than her. She said he was her favorite cousin. He I guess, he wanted to be in a relationship with her. And they kinfolk. Well, she had already divorced his cousin, which would be, Zion's stepdad. So they're not really biological blood cousins, but they would have been, once removed. They was cousin, but once removed. That means they got, this man married the woman, and then, so now they're cousins by marriage, and then once removed, she divorced him. So once she divorced him, they're not cousins anymore. But so maybe that was Jalen's type of thinking. But anyway, she let her daughter go out with her friends, knowing that she's going to smoke. I'm going to tell you something. And I know everybody got a story. If you want to call in, you can call in. But let me share with you my story real quick. Because I know everybody got a story, especially if you got kids. When your kids hit a certain age, they wanted to hang out with their friends later than what you want them to. They wearing clothes that you don't want them to wear. They're they're hanging around people you don't really want them hanging around. They're either smoking, their whole character changed. And you're like, where did this kid come from? This ain't the kid I was, when I was having my child. I know everybody think differently. I can't tell you how I really felt. But I'm just going to give you a scenario because most of the time people do think this. They be thinking, oh, this is beautiful. I love this child. He looks like me. He looks like his dad. Oh, my goodness. And then he's growing up and it's so cute. And they say the cutest thing. And, you know, they just do. They just so cute. They be like, I love you and you're the greatest. And the first time a kid tell you, you're the greatest, you're thinking you're on top of the world. And then they hit 12, 13, 14. And then they tell you, you ain't SHIT. You be like, what? Get out of here. You know, I mean, they be like, you know, their friends is like everything to them. You know, when once, you know, you can cook a good meal, you can clean up, you can give them a bicycle. They love you to death. You get older when you're working or whatever, they turn that 12, 13, and now they don't see you as the greatest. They see you as, you know, you stopping them from having fun. You old. You old now. Yeah, she passed away. Jalen, the cousin, allegedly killed her. He's in trial. I guess he's saying, you know, he's innocent. She had some. What he's gonna say is she had some seizure, and it runs. And so the attorney. What I noticed was, you know, this young lady, Zion, probably, you know, I don't know, but it seemed like she was pretty close to Jalen, and they kind of knew that this mom had another child, which was a brand new newborn baby, and the baby had seizures. You know, it just don't run in their family. But the baby was like 2 months or whatever, and they found out that this baby had seizures or whatever. But anyway, this was all put out in court. So they're trying to say, and this is why I tell you, you know, you got to tell your kids, watch what you tell people. So anyway, Zion must have spoken to Jalen, and told him that, you know, her baby brother has seizures and blah, 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 blah. So the defense came into court today and was like, isn't it true that seizures run in your family? And they got this black guy as the attorney for Jalen, right? And he's got these big long dreads that comes all the way down. And they a hot mess, you guys. I'm just being honest with you. And that's why, I'm not going to speak down on dreads, because sometimes I think I'm going to get them, and sometimes I'll be like, ugh, you know. I mean, right now, I'm scratching my hair going, I need to wash my hair. I need to wash my hair. I don't think I can do good. But, I mean, you know, I don't know. You can wash your hair with dress. But, you know, my stuff will be looking nappy all the time. I'm just being honest, because you got to keep that stuff, you know. People think when you get dreads or something, there's not a lot of work. It's still a lot of work if you want to make them look good. People get all the hair cut off because their stuff start looking like crap, you know, because they thinking they can just get these dreads and just go on about their business. And yeah, it does look like, you know, like Jamaicans and Hades and all this other stuff. But it's a lot of crap too. And so anyway, I don't think I could do it. I just don't think I could do it. But anyway, Galen, attorney, got these dreads on, and he's talking to the mom. She said, yes, Lord, it is a lot. I know it's a lot of work. I know people be telling me all the time, oh, just go ahead and get the dreads and you ain't got to worry about it. Girl, please. It's a lot of work. And I'm going to tell you, they do look good. And yeah, you don't have to, you know, they do look good. But and then especially the person that you got doing them, and then you try to get somebody else and they do them another way, and then they're trying to put them together, and now it looks horrible. I mean, you know, and I don't know, society is now accepting it. Before they would be like, no, you know, you know, that's messy. But now society is accepting it, and you can wear your hair. They're starting to receive how black women wear their hair. Before, if you put braids in your hair, you couldn't get an office job. You know, people be like, are you going to that interview like that because you got cornrows? you be feeling some kind of way. Now you can have cornrows and people accept it. So anyway, you guys, she said, I miss SP so much. I miss you too, Latoya. So anyway, and Next Level, how you doing? I see you in the building. So anyway, this girl must have talked to Jalen about her little brother having seizures, because this attorney with these dreads in his hair went after this mother like I don't know what. He gave her no sympathy. And I'm going to tell you something. I didn't care for him because, first of all, he was brutal. She's a grieving mother. She had nothing to do with this child's death. He was talking to her like just nasty. Isn't it true? Yes, no, whatever, da 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 da. And I that's when I kind of came out of it. But I watched it for a while, probably about maybe 10 minutes of him questioning her, and it was just sickening to me. But that's what kind of attorney some of these people, when they go get an attorney, they need an attorney like that. Now, he probably was one of the best, but he literally treated her like crap. And Jalen was sitting there, and they had to get some more security because there was a man that was in the just in the audience, and he was crying. He was crying, and they stopped court in the middle of court, you guys. The bailiff brought a letter to the judge, and I don't know what the heck happened, but whatever happened, that judge said, hold on, you guys. I hate to do this, but we got to, we're going to take a break, a recess, or such and such, or whatever, and all this other stuff. And I was like, what's going on, or whatever. And then what I seen was all the police officers. There was more police officers came in the room, and then they started standing behind the defendant and being more into the crowd a little bit of the audience or whatever. I don't know if you call it audience or spectators, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, it happened. Anyway, you guys, so if you want to call in, I think I've got enough. I've got 24. Oh, Sin called me today. Sin, I didn't know you called me today. And you guys are something else. Zen. Hey Zen, what's going on? Here, I got your number right here. 7929758. I'm putting your name on it. Zen. Okay, what's going on? What's on your mind?
So, I just wanted to talk about two things.
Okay.
That was in the news, and I sent them to you. One was the fact that the nursing program at Howard University tried to graduate the day before yesterday.
Uh-huh.
The fire department shut them down because there was not enough room for the family that they had allowed them to invite, and the family started being family and getting a little agitated, beating on the windows, talking about let us in, and so the nursing class did not get to walk at Howard University.
Oh, okay.
And that was a big deal because it was a very big class and those kids had worked very hard.
Right.
So it was just sad that they didn't plan appropriately.
Right.
And the other...
Especially after you... Well, especially after you spend all that money, cap and gown and rings and all of that stuff, invite all your friends and, yeah.
Well, it was crazy because the graduation started at 6 and they stopped allowing people to seat at 5 o'clock.
The what?
The graduation started at 6 o'clock and after 5, at 5:05, they said there's no available seats.
Yeah, they should have had a place or auditorium where they had an overflow. That's what a lot of...
Or even outside.
Huh?
Even if they didn't have a big enough room or auditorium to hold everyone, they could have held it outside.
Or they should have had it RSV, where you can only bring one or two, instead of...
They were only allowed to bring 5, and they still said there was not enough room. So it was just poor planning.
Yeah, my ex-sister-in-law, and I say ex, once removed, she graduated with her master's, and I drove all the way to Oklahoma, and then they wanted to put me over into another building to watch it on TV. I said I could have did this at home. Why would I want to drive all the way to Oklahoma when I could have did the Zoom thing and stayed at home? It was just disturbing. But they could have done that. That's what they did with the overflow. Go ahead.
The other thing, which was also a graduation, the day before yesterday, was the mother who apparently was at odds with her teenage daughter. They had a bad relationship.
Uh-huh.
And when the mother went to the young lady's graduation, she unalived herself.
Oh.
At the graduation.
At the graduation?
Yep, she jumped off of the top of the bleachers 136 feet.
Oh, God. Oh, that's terrible. That's horrible.
Right. So you upset with your child, but now you're traumatized not only your child, but all the other children.
Right. Right.
So, both of those were very sad situations. Just very disappointing in people in general.
Right.
Because you're not thinking about the other person.
Right.
The other people that you can affect.
Exactly. Yeah.
I understand that you might have some type of mental health issues going on or whatnot. But if you're functioning well enough to have thought that out to hurt your child, you should have been able to think out that you were affecting other children at the same time.
Right.
They haven't done anything to families.
Exactly. You're right.
So, those two things, I seen in the news and they were just very disappointing, very discouraging. And I wasn't sure if you had a chance to see them or not.
I haven't.
So I just wanted to bring it to your attention.
I appreciate it. I'm glad you brought it to everybody's attention. I appreciate it.
Okay. So I'm going to get off the phone and I will get back down here in the chat.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm going to read something real quick. And like I said, after I read this, somebody else can call in. This is open. Oh, they hung up. So I'll get them. Because this is what Tina Powers was talking about. So the father of Harmony Montgomery was sentenced to a minimum of not 48 years. You were close, Tina. Of a minimum of 56 years on murder and other charges. So Harmony's father, this is what it says. A New Hampshire man convicted of killing his 5-year-old daughter and moving her corpse around for months before disposing of it was sentenced Thursday to a minimum of 56 years. So he's got to do a minimum 56 years in prison. And then there's other charges as related of the child called him a monster. The relatives of the child called him a monster. The sentence will be added on to the minimum 32 years and a half sentence. Adam Montgomery, 34, began last year on unrelated gun charges, effectively amounted to a life sentence following his actions to the death of Harmony. Police believe she was killed nearly 2 years before she was reported missing. In 2021, her body was never found. A prosecutor offered to lessen the sentence for the second-degree murder conviction and other charges if Montgomery tells us right now the location of his daughter's remains. Montgomery, who has maintained his innocence in the death of his daughter, did not speak in the Manchester courtroom. His attorney later called the offer a stunt and said Montgomery's silence should not be interpreted as a lack of remorse. People who knew Harmony spoke about the happy, kind child they once knew. She had a life worth living, unlike your own Crystal's story. Harmony's mother read from a statement addressing Adam. Adam, her hands shaking, and it bothered you to your core that she was nothing like you and everything like me. That is what Crystal said. I will forever look for her until the end of my days, but I hope that every day and every night here on this earth, you hear nothing but my baby's giggles. The parent who adopted Harmony's brother, now 7, spoke on his behalf. I'm really sad. She's an angel. I miss her. They quoted him as saying. So Montgomery did not attend his trial in February. He was ordered by the judge to be in court Thursday after his attorney asked for him to be excused. Montgomery also had pleaded not guilty to charges of second-degree assault and witness tampering. He had admitted to abuse of a corpse and falsifying evidence. So they did know that the child was deceased. He said, I will admit to the abuse of a corpse and falsifying information, but he's saying, I didn't kill her. So Judge Amy noted that Montgomery had an extensive criminal record that dated back from 2008 and that he had extensive opportunity to change his life. She says, your extreme indifference to the value of human life is seen in so many of your actions, she said. She said the only way to keep Montgomery from hurting others is to keep him off the streets. To the extent you seek to rehabilitate yourself, that will have to happen behind the prison walls. As an email seeking comment on the sentence and asking about a possibility appeal was sent to Montgomery's lawyer. His estranged wife, Kayla, had testified that her family, including her 2 sons with Adam, had been evicted right before Thanksgiving. Oh, hold on. Kayla Montgomery had testified that her family, including her 2 young sons with Adam, had been evicted right before Thanksgiving in 2019, and they were living in a car. She said on December the 7th, Adam punched Harmony at several stoplights as they drove from a methadone clinic to a fast food restaurant because he was hungry and the child was having bathroom accidents in the car. After that, she said she handed food to the children in the car without checking on Harmony, and that the couple later discovered she was dead after the car broke down. She testified that her husband put the body in a duffel bag. She described various places where the girl's body was hidden, including the trunk of the car, a cooler, a homeless center ceiling vent, and in the walk-in freezer at her husband's workplace. During Adam's trial, his lawyer suggested that Kayla continue to lie to protect herself, They said their client did not kill Harmony and that Kayla Montgomery was the last person to see the child alive. Kayla testified that she didn't come forward about the child's death because she was afraid of her husband. She said Adam suspected that she might go to the police, so he began punching her, giving her black eyes. She said she eventually ran away from him in March 2021. Kayla was recently granted parole. She is expected to be released from prison soon after serving an 18-month sentence. She pleaded guilty to perjury charges related to the investigation into the child disappearing and agreed to cooperate with prosecutors. So she's getting out, you guys. She might even be already out. They're talking about, because I think she said something about March or May. It was something. But so I guess she done served her 18 months. I will forever have a place in my heart for you, Kayla said in a statement read in the court on the behalf, but she talked about how their relationship spiraled out of control after Harmony died. The last couple of nights after you got arrested for the first time, I was sleeping with the knife because I did not know what you were going to do to me, she wrote, adding, I'm so angry and hurt by you. Whatever, Kayla. Adam had custody of the girl. Her mother, who was no longer in the relationship with him, said the last time she saw Harmony was during a video call in April 2019. She eventually went to police, who announced they were looking for the missing child on New Year's Eve 2021. Adam and Kayla told police that Adam had taken his daughter to live with Crystal. We know the story. Let me see. Authorities plan to keep searching for the girl's remains, believed to be along a route Adam drove in a rental truck into Massachusetts in March 2020. Prosecutor Benjamin said Thursday that police last went out for a search a couple of weeks ago, but they were not successful. So they're still looking for her, but he gets a minimum of 56 years. Well, with him being 35, I think Adam was like 35, 34, somewhere around there. Yeah, he's 34. And 34, and then he's got 56 years. So he's looking at being 90 years old. That's the minimum. That's the minimum. You might as well say he's in there for life, you guys. Way to go. Way to go. Anyway, anybody else got anything to say? Get free tickets. Come on, we're not going to be on here long. We come on in here. We do our thing. We get in. We get in. We get out. Wipe on, wipe off. Wipe on, wipe off. Both parents fell short with their abilities to be a parent. Period. Okay. Adam Montgomery is trash. That's what Corey says. Trash. Yeah. She said, I was close. Yeah, you was close. Wife need to stay in prison too. Yeah, she does. She really does. But I think they thinking that they could not get a conviction if she would not have testified. So-called Father Adam is so sick. How can you punch a child like that, then carry her deceased body around? Well, Kayla carried the baby around too. It's no rehabilitation for most folks. Yeah. He definitely he took all of that. But they wanted to, they trying to say, oh, that's a stunt. No, they didn't have to give. If they went to him and said, hey, you get lesser of a deal if you tell us where the remains is, we cannot guarantee it. And that's what they have to say, because they can't guarantee. But here's the thing. When people say you get lesser of a deal, but you don't even know what you're finna get. So they can say, well, we were going to give you 200 years, but now we're only going to give you 90. So, you know what I'm saying? So did you really get less of a deal? Because now that you didn't tell them, you get 90. Now you can say, well, okay, you wanted to give me 90. Now why don't I tell you where she is and you give me lesser of a deal? Which now I can see what I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you telling me I'm getting a deal when there's no years on the table right now, you know. That just doesn't make sense. So you guys, you know, that's just life, you know. Kayla gonna end up back in jail. Yeah, you know, she's gonna try to get back into her kid's life. And I'm gonna tell you something this traumatic, and it's already around drugs and things of that. And then now she's a convicted felon. She's not gonna get good jobs. It's gonna be hard. And if she's already weak, I don't wish nothing bad on nobody, but you got drugs, you know, a death of a baby, even, you know what? I see these people. Last night, you know, when I was at work, one of the young ladies, staff members, she was going through all the residents telling me their story. And every last one of them had a story, you guys. They just didn't just wake up one day, oh, I'm old. You know, these nursing homes and stuff, it's not really. I mean, there's some old people in them. Don't get me wrong. You know, they get deaf. You know, they can't see. They can't hear. They're getting old, you know, body breaking down. And, you know, they don't remember a lot. But I'm going to tell you what I have seen. Okay? And I don't think this is going to change anybody's life. I hope it does, but I don't think it will. But it should. But you never know the power of God. So anyway, most of these people that's in these homes, they made bad decisions at the age that we are at. Not just childhood, you know, 15, 20, you in your 20s and your 30s. They still making bad decisions. Everybody like to drink. Everybody like to smoke. And then they find themselves, you know, their body broken down because over time using, you know, these drugs and, you know, this is what happens. Now, I haven't seen, you know, nobody actually in the nursing home that smoked, you know, the devil's lettuce, marijuana, but I have seen them for the other drugs. And you, like I said, you know, once they, because now, you know, in certain states they sell it, so they wouldn't tell us what it was anyway. And Cat Williams told you, they're going to make everything legal. If they can tax it and sell it to you, that's when it becomes legal. But until then, they don't want you to have it. They don't want you to have it. And here's the thing. When they was able to sell and tax liquor, because before it was bootlegs, they were making it out into the fields and in the country. You would get some 100 proof liquor, and knocking you one drink be knocking you on your butt. They put that stuff in a bottle. They was able to tax it. Then anybody that sold it, that made it outside of, you know the manufactories and stuff, then guess what? You get in trouble. So then, you know, that went along for a long time. And then, you know, at one time, I know you guys remember, they didn't even sell liquor on Sundays. No liquor store would be open. So bootleggers, they would make money on Sunday because it didn't matter. Sunday come, every Sunday come. You know that you didn't know how you was feeling, or you didn't have that extra money to buy you some extra liquor, whatever. So you would go to the bootleg house. And so you could buy a 6-pack at the liquor store. It might cost you $3.25 or $1.99 or, you know, whatever. But then you get to the bootleg house Every can was $1, $1.25, $1.50, whatever, the fifth, and a pint and all this other stuff. You know how I know? Because that was the era that I grew up in. So I knew every Sunday people were looking for, where's the liquor? Well, you had all week to get the liquor and you didn't. So now you're going to have to pay more money for it. So the people that was bootleg, they will still make money, go to the liquor store, buy a whole bunch of liquor, and wait for you to run out, because you're going to run out, or, you just, things didn't go well, and you're like, man, the liquor store closed. Well, this house over there, they sell it, so I'm going to go over there. And yeah, you would pay the difference because it wasn't open on Sundays. And so you would buy the liquor for a little bit more money. It was probably double the amount, but you didn't care. So then, the government goes in there and say, hey, these people are still making money off of us, And if you get caught with liquor on Sunday, you would get in trouble also. So what did they do? So, a whole decade goes by, and guess what? Now the liquor stores is open on Sundays. So guess what? There's no bootlegging. Well, there's still bootleg. There's still a time for bootleg. See, because here's the thing. You can't stay open 24/7. Now you're open 7 days a week. They're only closed on 2 holidays. That is Christmas and Easter. Isn't that something, you guys? They're only closed on 2 holidays. That's Easter and Christmas. The stores was upset about it because the stores was like, hey, we were selling our stuff, and so the stores got liquor in them. Remember, the stores didn't used to have liquor. They used to have 3-point whatever. Now they got the full whatever and things like that. So anytime that, they can make money, they will do it. So now, only way the bootlegs make money, which they still make money, because at a certain time at night, which is usually at 11 o'clock at night, the liquor store shuts its doors. Some places, especially on Sundays, they close at 9. But on the regular days, they close at 11 o'clock p.m. What happens after 11 o'clock p.m.? My mother tells me if you're out at that time, you're looking for trouble. She says there's nothing should be out after 10 p.m. but some trouble, unless you're working, And the only thing that's open that late is some legs. So a woman, she needs to be at home. That's how she said. But here's the thing. The liquor store closes at 11. Then guess what? Clubs or stuff are now starting to open up at about 11 o'clock. Because they know that you're probably looking for something. And so you got to go in their establishment. They can charge you whatever they want. And that's how they make their money. It don't matter if they put an expensive price on it, it's still going to get sold. So you guys, if you can figure out, just like marijuana now, it was all illegal. Now they making gummies, they making candy, they making tea. Now, it's legal. And they can tax it. And it's supposed to be better. And it's definitely safe. That's for sure. Now they're not trying to tell everybody that, you're going to die from it and this, that, and the other. Matter of fact, they let you know. And there's, I guess, a lot of studies that it helps. It helps with sleep. It helps with, glaucoma. It helps with headache. It helps with pain. It helps with gaining weight. I don't know. They haven't seen where it doesn't help. So, you know what I'm saying? But it was illegal. I mean, even seeing the name Mary Jane was like, oh no. Anyway, you know, things like that. So I don't think they're gonna find another thing that they can put out there that they want to put in a bottle and sell. But I'm just saying, you know. So anyway, you guys, if anybody because somebody was trying to call, so I was giving them time to call in, but if they don't call in, I'm going to get on off of here. Hey, LaKendra, how you doing? Soldier Girl says, I should say drug abuse take you down quick. Yeah, it does. It does. And most of the people that I deal with, you know, they were alcoholics or they had a lot of drug use. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. It ain't got to be absolute that, you know, that's going to take you down. Something is, but I definitely don't want it to be that stuff, you know. So, anywho's, you know, life is doing what it needs to do. Okay, you guys, I am going to get off of here because my stomach is tossing and turning again. And before it gets out of hand, I'm going to go ahead and get off. I will see you guys Monday. We're going to have a full topic Monday. I promise you, I will have time. I think, you know, I've got some things to do, but I'm going to just get her done. And, yeah, I'm finna get off here. My stomach, I don't know if it's acid or what. Be good, be safe, and be nice to everybody.